in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Fine. Oh god, I teleported to a flower. I teleport to flower power.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here.
Yes, she's not in her cave.
Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Clatter. Sounds like they're coming from inside the cave. Also, she's got a cooking pot out there. Why didn't she bring her raw ingredients? Paige, is she okay? No, but... What is that thing? What is that little thing? Who the hell are you? What? What is it? What is that thing? Did it pass out like us? Because it sniffed the spirit incense? What happened? Why is that thing? Why is that thing here? And why do those things exist? Wait, what?
Hypatia, are you alright?
Wait, did that little thing disappear? And why is the traveler only able to see it?
So hungry. Need water.
I know exactly how you feel, and even I want to go get something to eat as well, but I'm pretty sure Patrick wants me to finish the Archon quest, so...
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current
Water.
Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
Why do we only look at the Traveler and Paimon without actually looking outside? Is it foggy outside? Yes, it is foggy outside.
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this?
I don't know.
What happened? And where are we?
Did we sniff the spirit incense? I really feel like we did. Or maybe we got teleported somewhere else. The power of drugs will bring you places you never imagined before. You'll open up some part. And this is why I'm a product of the 90s and I stay away from drugs.
Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
There must be a logical explanation for this, says the person who is involved with drugs. How did... am I in a new area? Nope, I'm in the same area, but this time it's different. Why is everything different here? Door of Resurrection. Great. Did I accidentally stumble into a domain? Because I feel like I did. I feel like I did.
Wow, this place is huge!
Yes, it is.
Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows?
God.
Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
No. Yep, get over here.
I must leave no stone unturned.
I will shatter you into a million bajillion pieces. Get smacked. Get smacked. Smack. Ooh. Get whacked. There we go. Is that it? That's it. Alright, there we go. Okay, try to get to the special cave. Oop! Bouncy mushrooms and domains. Sometimes we eat the sort of chimeras. The reason for these are not one of Lakshana creatures unknown, but fascinating indeed. Okay! Wait. Damn it! They don't bounce high enough. Damn it! Can't bounce off of them. God. Oh, wait. Got it. Okay, that's how you do that. They can be boosted with Electro. Alright, fine. And for some odd reason, I'm thinking of the Titanic theme song. Titanic vibes. Bouncy. Primeval Rosen and domains. You will sometimes find a sealed path that corresponds to them. Domains in Sumeru. Collect 3 Primeval Rosens and to unlock the corresponding path. What? What is this? Where is it? How do I collect it? I don't know how to collect it. Do I smack it? Do I hit it? No. How do I collect this? Okay. Try... How do I get the Primeval? You need to collect the stuff to open it.
Scatter!
Okay. I gotta get over here. Alright, fun. I see how it is. Go around and find them. Okay! That happened. Did I just somehow end up back in...
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Are we back in Inazuma? How? Why? What? Where? When? Why? Why? And we're back here. How we got back here, I don't know. Nothing makes sense. The power of drugs will do things. Like the power of dreams. Doesn't make sense. Just go with it. Stop questioning things and move on. Okay. Can I jump? Yeah, sure. It's just a game. Don't question it. Move on. Get over here. Get over here. I swear to God, the Traveler is going through a drug trip. It's like Sumeru is like the first... It's like an ayahuasca trip. At least in this game. Yep. Somehow I'm not alone in this trip. Get over here, all of you. God. I feel like every single time I travel into Sumeru, I'm gonna hear Aladdin music. Okay. Why? Why? How? I'm in a plant. I can show you the world. Oh dear God. What happened? Oh God, why? Why? Oop. Nope. Okay, don't touch that thing. Damn it! There we go. Okay. Where do we go? Here? I'm going from one giant flower to the next. Okay, what do we do here? Oh. Oh! Okay, I see what I have to do. I have to find those petal thingies. Keep looking in the upper tree's hollow. Okay, I see what that is. 2 things were placed here and I have to find one more thing. Okay, I get it now. It's like a key system. This thing. This is what's gonna help me get it there. There we go. Now get back up there. Alright, now. I really... Oh, it happened again. I'm going somewhere else. Let's get the courtyard far down the corridor.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute.
Yep.
Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
I'm somehow back in Inazuma, but this is probably a vision. Or maybe it's just like the memories brought on by the ley line. I literally forgot the name of the thing already. What? Here? Here. You gotta line it up. Line. Ah! God! It happened. Everything's blurry. Everything's messed up. Oh my god! Everything turned 2D. The 3D world turned 2D. Okay, that is mind-bending. But what happens if the 2D world turns 3D? The power of drugs. Says you again. That's the power of drugs. And it happened. Mind trip. Okay. This game is doing things. This game is doing things. I don't know what, but it's doing things. As if teleporting through these weird spirit flowers aren't enough.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
Are you real? Do I have to actually ask that question? Are you real? Are you like a illusion or something?
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Are they real?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things.
Okay, apparently he is real enough for me to fight him.
Nice and spicy.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Eat this!
I'm gonna pull out all the big guns on you. I am pulling out all the big guns. Come on. There we go. Come on. Ow.
Wheel of life.
Come on. Oba.
Out the frying pan, into the fire!
Why would an Abyss Herald be here? Come on.
Steady as stone.
Nope. 2, 1.
Scatter!
Time to clean up.
Spring forth!
Crap.
Leave it all to me. Guys.
Come on. There we go. Alright. Oh god, you're spinning around like a saw blade again. You're like, meow.
Sacred name. Fortune preserver.
Good.
Scatter!
Come on. Come on.
Steady as wheel of life.
Come on. I am pulling out every single big gun I can get.
Propagate!
Crap.
Leave it all to me.
There we go, Boba. 3, 2, 1, and then get the freeze.
Go.
There we go. Come on. Oh, he's got a shield. Oh, you got a shield. You got a shield.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Crap. Got it. Get rid of that water shield, but how? Oh, God. What?
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it!
Syndrome
We faced
crowd can
others
break
like him
Hyper Shield.
before! What's wrong this time?
Maybe he's not real.
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are.
No.
Your brother. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial?
Says someone who likes to ask leading questions and also denial of what?
His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon.
So in other words, he doesn't want to see us, or doesn't want us going to meet him?
The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless.
Perhaps, but at the same time, I really do wonder why he would join the Abyss, and if that can be done, could it also be undone?
But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
Now what? What happened? Okay. It happened again. What was all that now? Strange to feel like I was dreaming for a moment, but I can't remember what I saw.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here.
It was another random vision that we saw, and for some odd reason, Paimon doesn't know a thing.
Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's... Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
Cause we had a random vision. Kind of zoned over for a second there.
Are you okay? That's really not like you.
No! Maybe I took a whiff of the frickin' spirit thing again. Who knows?
Anyways, we can talk about
And this is why I'm a product of the 90s. I stay the hell away from
Whoa,
drugs!
Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Too many drugs. Too many goddamn drugs. Also, if Hypatia already had fruit, why couldn't she have just eaten that? Some water and fruit juice. Fruit juice.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
Why would she expect Tainari?
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water.
You give Hypatia the letter from Tainari. Now you're finally coming out of the stupor for meditation. Ugh. Are we just gonna look at the sign on the post?
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you.
For causing everybody to worry when you went on a random meditation.
I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Wait, wasn't that fruit already there?
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We kinda wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Yeah, well, if your neighbor came and found you like this, why didn't he say anything?
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Kinda like a cabbage.
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Even if we are, why are we able to see them? You tell Paimon everything after entering the cave.
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
Considering the fact that we're in the land of drugs, drugland, what is crazy to believe at this point?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here.
Yeah, what? Also, if that's your neighbor, why are they small?
You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So these things are what cause the visions and the hallucinations?
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendroarchon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul.
So those who can see the creatures have a connection with Irminsul.
Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the... In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh, and then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone.
And there's more of them.
I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
Who are they? Why do they care about seeing you?
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tighnari mentioned... Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
I know how you feel, even I'm hungry as hell, and I gotta finish this Archon quest.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare some... Alright, we're out, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup.
Sounds
Really?
good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too.
Same. So, hanger. Make some food by the fireside. Here! And, of course, I need...
Nice and spicy.
Oh my god. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Frickin' Bulba. Give me such a hard time. Make the lunchbox. Ah, screw it. Don't even bother. You cook up some dishes over the fire. Even though I failed to start a fire.
Let's use the empty box that type. Oh, it smells amazing.
No. I want food as well. Please let me
Are you
finish.
already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
Learn to cook. It actually helps a lot. Because you're not spending too much money eating out all the time. Oh, crazy about connecting with Irminsul.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tighnari's letter, It's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spirit Borneo for the first time.
So that's what happens when you smell Spirit Borneo?
It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius.
Right, cause, okay, maybe that's why Tignari is interested in the Traveler way more so, because we're able to do it so fast. Again, the character is special. Moving on.
You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why the Traveler?
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spirit Borneo primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power.
I feel like Sumeru is another, like, drug quest. The land of drugs. And this whole Archon quest is to just get us started on our spiritual journey to Innerland.
Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
You lost me there, because I lost myself there.
That's all right. I'm sure you'll come to a clearer understanding as you remain in Sumeru.
That's okay. When you take on more drugs, it'll all make sense.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
Maybe because we haven't been exposed before, or maybe there's a preset condition that allowed the Traveler to be connected to Irminsul for the very first time. Maybe it's a special circumstance. Maybe it has something to do with that experiment we did with that other story quest character. Maybe the developers said so. Maybe. Actually, no, I don't have any more ideas.
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload. Hence the adverse reactions.
Maybe it might have something to do with the Traveler being able to conjure elements without a vision. Who knows? Moving on.
Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit Borneo would cause adverse effects.
Yep.
Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered.
Not to worry. It's just one drug trip after another.
Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spirit Borneo should no longer trigger such reactions.
Okay.
Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Okay.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
Yes, she is.
I am a researcher after all.
You're a spiritualist enthusiast.
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies.
In other words, drugs cause pain, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers.
I must go to the spiritual plane brought on and formulated by the Leylans brought into Sumeru. I must access the Akashic records within the domain of this realm.
If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the fear behind anybody who goes on a possible drug trip, astral projection, or ayahuasca trip. If I go out there, am I going to be able to come back? Who knows?
I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage.
Yeah, 'cause it's one thing to go on a spiritual journey, it's another to have a trip back.
Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, And touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself.
Because they're spiritually overwhelmed and their mind can't hold on?
That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Why not?
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul could be super dangerous. Don't you ever feel afraid of the risk, Hypatia?
Doesn't anyone ever feel the risk when you go on a frickin' ayahuasca trip?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight. And dead silent without even the sound of insects.
Almost sounds like the Withering.
However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby.
God, spiritual beings you can't see that exist only when you see the other side.
I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon.
Really? You might as well say drugs are a blessing, but some people differ. But who knows?
But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
Yeah.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
It's the god of drugs.
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Why?
Huh. Is that true?
Like, they don't sleep. So, the god... What?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do.
Why do adults lose the ability to dream? And also, is that the difference between Collei? Like, she's able to somehow dream? And Tignari is not able to? I guess I consider Tignari to be much older. But, why? Actually, it can actually be explained. I guess some scientific inquiries or researchers have shown that adults don't need as much sleep as children. But that doesn't mean adults never need sleep. So why the extreme extent?
The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams.
Yes, in some ways. It even hard for me to describe.
The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep.
What? The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen by a blessing. Insomnia is seen as a blessing because the hidden knowledge within dreams is too much for you. Insomnia is a blessing.
I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming.
You know what? Maybe if I ever join the military and try to stay awake and survive for at least 2 or 3 nights in a row, I might consider that a blessing. And that's one weird extreme example to actually see that as beneficial in a scenario like that.
I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you go to school and stay up all night trying to finish a paper that's due the next day because school really takes it out on you. I'm pretty sure I've been to a lecture where one of the professors or instructors said, research says you lose knowledge by not sleeping, so you kind of gotta get sleep.
But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again.
So these little things are called Aranara, and they give dreams?
It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again.
Because the idea of dreams are related to childhood? These things are part of the long quest chain. Okay.
Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be.
Oh, God. It's like the developers are trying some way to say maybe drugs aren't so bad after all. Maybe, but they're like some people have gone to don't do drug programs, and it's still a social problem, so maybe you should deal with the social problem before dealing with the drug problem.
Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
Okay, now we are dealing with it as a social problem.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
She?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself.
Can I just deal with one reality after another, or at least one reality at a time?
World forget me. What could that possibly mean?
A word you are able to somehow translate from the dream realm itself. You were somehow able to pull one sentence out of there.
If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you.
Paripurna. Oh god, more Indian terms. Or Middle Eastern. Who knows?
If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me.
We wish you luck on your endeavor, and I'm probably gonna have to wish myself luck on my endeavors and more drug trip dreams that involve going to these other areas from other places around the world.
There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
And I really want to go get something to eat! You continue chatting before settling down. Once this quest is over, I'm cooking chicken.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon
Okay. Answer 0.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand.
Like the actual... Oh, okay. I get it. The researchers in the city want Tagnari to join. But why?
I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem?
First of all, like, why don't you solve his problem before you get him to be recruited in the academia? And second of all, why don't you actually, like, convince him properly instead of, like, saying you should join us?
As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
True.
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the academia.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Because we're hoping to find a cure for whatever the hell it was called, the withering. And they think you might be able to solve it, so...
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Well, I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Yeah, well, maybe he sent these people?
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
Right, you're gonna withhold information until we actually continue the Archon Quest series for Sumeru.
And, how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Again, you're not giving an answer, so how is this gonna convince Tagnari?
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master?
Yeah, seems like a one-sided thing here.
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
You're trying to get something out of Technari without giving any answer to him.
Tainari, but you...
Nope.
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Yeah, well, don't be surprised if you're gonna withhold answers. Seriously, why are these guys withholding answers? I'm gonna leave somebody, but I'm gonna overlook somebody else who might actually be of use.
Tainari, what was that all about?
They're still trying to get him to join the city.
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here.
So if you didn't have any responsibilities here, I can't even think.
But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
Good and not good. Good, she recovered. Not good, went through another weird drug phase again.
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Also, the fact that Technari tried to give a smaller version of that plant to help us offset the spiritual thing, it still didn't work for the Araras, or whatever, Aranaras. I can't, God.
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
Yes!
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanalian.
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short. Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here.
But
Sure if it will ever come in handy for...
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this item is the very basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom.
it's really interesting, the Akasha Terminal. It's almost like the play on the words related to the Akashic records. So, I think in some spiritualist circles, maybe India, who knows, there's a spiritual realm called the Akashic records that exists somewhere else that you have to somehow access through drugs or whatever, and you know things elsewhere. So, it's interesting, they're really putting the Akasha, or Akasha Terminal word here as, like, related to Sumeru, a nation related to spiritual realms.
Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
So I'm actually going to have to access the Akashic records somehow here.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City!
We need to say goodbye to Kole.
Oh, that's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we...
Yes, she's doing much better. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari.
Farewell, and good luck to
You, I gotta go to the city. What do you have to say for yourself? Yes.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
Yep.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us.
I gotta finish this.
We're still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Yes.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What is...
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Fine.
Yay! boy. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
Why? You still have to talk about food.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
It's like if you have to use the washroom and some people talk about Niagara Falls or water and God, it's so hungry and they're talking about food.
Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell.
Got
Please
it.
visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always...
Fine. I'm going to the city and I'm gonna end the Archon quest.